Hey, this is Jenny Jones, the host of That Digital Marketing Show. I am super excited to have this person is the busiest person that I know. Well, actually, I know a lot of people, but he is one of the busiest. And I'm glad actually had an opportunity to get him on the show. None other than Mr. Ramon Peralta of Peralta Designs.
Yes, well, hey, Jenny, thank you for having me on the show. I am Ramon Peralta, founder and creative director at Peralta Design, where we launch brands. And what that means is we help entrepreneurs and startup companies and even nonprofit organizations or established companies launch new products or services in the digital space.
If someone asks you right now, what's the state of digital marketing right now?
I think right now it's busier than it's ever been, and I say that because we're coming out of COVID, and then they're talking about this looming recession, and so there are hiring freezes, and people after working from home and being asked to come back in, maybe they're reconsidering their full-time jobs, and so they're maybe launching that side business full-time for the
Mm-hmm.
first time. So we're seeing a lot of that happening. So it's actually good for companies like ours that help people with brand awareness and
There's a lot of platforms out there. So what do
yeah.
you say? What do you say to that person that says, I want to be on all of them because I kind of want to be here and I kind
Yeah,
of want to be there. So as a minimum, how
yeah,
many mediums you think a person should be on? Right? If I'm business focused and you have to find out, so would you agree that first you have to identify your persona? Who are you after?
yes,
Before you start trying to say, hey, let me get in this one, that one, and that one.
yeah.
So what's as a minimum?
I as
Yeah.
a minimum, I would back up and say you need a website. And the reason I stress that is because
Mhm.
I see a lot of entrepreneurs might just have an Instagram profile and they're selling homemade guacamole through their Instagram
Right,
profile,
right, right,
and they think they have a business set
right.
up. Now, they don't have a web presence, they don't have Google reviews, they don't
Mhm.
have Google My Business. If somebody
Right.
searches for them, they're not going to find them.
Sure.
So I think you got to start with a website first,
Okay.
and have some really clear call to actions when somebody visits your website. Do you want them to book a session with you? Do you want them to buy something?
Right.
Do you want them to email you? Do you want them to call you? Like very clear calls to action established. And once you have that, have at it on social, have at it on these other platforms, driving people to your website, because
Got it.
that's where you're going to convert people 24/7.
Now,
Yeah.
do you see a from your perspective, do you see a trend in moving away from full-blown websites to maybe just a landing page with a couple of CTAs, or it really depends on your business?
Yeah, I'd say that if you don't have the budget for a full-blown website, maybe I'm just going to say, let's call it brochureware, where you just have the minimum of home, about us, our team, our services, contact us. Those are
Hmm.
like the basics. If you can only afford a landing page, you've got to start somewhere. That is better than nothing. However,
Right. Hmm.
it doesn't bode well for Google searching and SEO ranking or search engine optimization, because you
Sure.
simply don't have enough keywords in that landing page to have it show up organically. And that what organically means is it shows up for free on Google.
Right. Right.
A healthy page count with
Right.
healthy content,
Sure.
uh, you're gonna rank better. So that's why I recommend you shy away, because I was a displaced worker. I was laid off,
Sure.
when I started my company. So I know that we've all got to start somewhere.
Got
But
it.
ideally, you want to have multiple pages or as many pages as possible that function.
Right. And I just want to get your opinion on this. What I've noticed is a lot of people will come out and say, um, a lot of people come out and say, hey, they start fishing in the ocean, right? They
Yeah.
say, hey, I want to be everything to everybody. You're like, you're not gonna be everything to everybody. So let's talk about that a little bit, because somebody may be viewing this today and says, hey, you know what? I want to get into digital marketing, or I want to start putting products out there and or digital assets, but I want to start fishing in the ocean. Or most people start fishing in the ocean. And what I mean by that is they don't have a game plan. They just
Yeah.
start, they go out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with a little
Right.
small raft and they stick their pole in. Is that a good that's a good analogy?
I see where you're going with it, and